Complacency is like a pet rock that thinks it's a boulder, but in reality, it's just a pebble with an ego. Henry Ford. Complacency is like a bad case of athlete's foot. It starts out as a little itch, and before you know it, you're scratching away like a crazed monkey. Seriously though, complacency is a real problem, and it can sneak up on you before you even realize it. It's like a virus that infects your mind, making you think that everything is just hunky-dory, when in reality, the world is falling apart around you. When you become complacent, you stop striving for excellence. You start settling for mediocrity. You stop pushing yourself to be better, to achieve more, to reach for the stars. And that, my friends, is a recipe for disaster. Think about it. When you're complacent, you're not prepared for the challenges that life throws at you. You're not ready for the unexpected twists and turns that come your way. And when things go wrong, as they inevitably will, you're left floundering, wondering what the heck happened. Complacency is like a ticking time bomb. It may seem harmless at first, but if you don't defuse it, it's gonna blow up in your face. So don't be complacent, my friends. Stay vigilant, stay hungry, and always strive to be the best that you can be. Where did the word complacency come from, and what the heck does it really mean? Let's turn to the expertise of our tongue-tied linguists and find out. The word complacency originated from the Latin word complacentia, which is derived from the verb complacere. In Latin, the word means to please or to be agreeable. The word complacency entered the English language during the late 17th century. Over time, the word's meaning shifted to encompass a negative aspect, indicating a sense of self-satisfaction or smugness. The embodiment of smugness is Han Solo, that scruffy-looking nerf herder from a galaxy far, far away. He had this swagger, this devil-may-care attitude that made him the coolest cat in the Mos Eisley Cantina. He was like the James Dean of the Star Wars universe. Han Solo was a smuggler, a scoundrel, and a rogue. He was like the intergalactic version of a card shark, always keeping his cool, never showing his hand until the last possible moment. He had a quick wit and a sarcastic quip for every situation, making you wonder if he had a Ph.D. in smartassery. Han Solo, he had more swagger than a bantha in a disco. This guy could charm the pants off a Wookiee with just a smirk. But here's the kicker, folks. Deep down, beneath that smug facade, Han Solo had a heart of gold. Yeah, you heard me right. He cared about his friends, even if he acted like he couldn't be bothered. He was like a scoundrel with a soft spot, a rogue with a heart as big as Jabba's appetite. The eternal complacency debate is of course the shootout in Mos Eisley Cantina in the first Star Wars movie. Now, let me tell you, this debate has raged hotter than the fires of Mustafar. Some say Han shot first, while others argue that Greedo fired the initial shot. It's a point of contention that has divided Star Wars fans faster than a Death Star destroys planets. Here's the thing, folks. Han Solo, he was a rogue, a scoundrel, a space pirate with a twinkle in his eye. He was the kind of guy who could outbluff Lando Calrissian in a high-stakes game of Sabacc. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that he pulled the trigger before Greedo could even blink. But hold on a second, let's not jump to conclusions faster than a jump to light speed. We're dealing with George Lucas here, the mastermind behind the Star Wars saga. He's tinkered with those films more times than a Jawa scavenges droids, and his edits have caused more controversy than Jar Jar Binks doing Step and Fetch It. First, we had the original 1977 release, where Han shot first without a second thought. Then, in the 1997 special edition, Lucas decided to make Greedo shoot first, supposedly to make Han's actions more justifiable. Some folks have been losing sleep over the ethics of Han shooting first. They're dissecting it like a Zapruder film, trying to uncover the truth faster than Doc Holliday's Quick Draw in Tombstone. Han Solo knew that in the wild, wild universe, it's either shoot first or end up as space dust. He was a man of action, not one to wait around like a politician during filibuster. Han Solo may have been complacent at times, but he wasn't stupid. Don't let complacency be the final chapter of your story. The comfort trap. Unraveling the enigma of complacency. Complacency is like wearing a snorkel in a puddle and thinking you're ready for deep sea diving. You're just a fish out of water with delusions of grandeur. Complacency can be detrimental for a variety of reasons. Here's a few mind benders for you. Lack of progress. When people become complacent, they often stop striving for improvement, leading to stagnation and a lack of progress. This can be damaging for individuals, organizations, and even entire societies. Well, I hate to break it to you, but we're stuck in a perpetual state of mediocrity, my friend. It's like we're spinning our wheels, but we're not going anywhere. We've got all these brilliant minds and innovative ideas, but they're just not translating into tangible results. It's like we're trapped in a bureaucratic labyrinth that's sucking the life out of us. Have you ever met a really stupid person? I'm referring to a rare species of ignorance, a level of cluelessness that defies all known laws of intelligence. These folks don't just wear their stupidity on their sleeve. They parade it around like a peacock in a neon onesie. Progress doesn't stop for the intellectually impaired. It marches on, leaving these self-proclaimed defenders of dim-wittedness in the dust, scratching their heads and wondering why their VHS players won't connect to the internet. And let's not forget their baffling denial of climate change. While the rest of us are sweating like we're in a sauna on Mars, these geniuses are out there, shaking their fists at the sun and claiming that the Earth is just going through menopause. So let's raise a glass to these purveyors of laughter, the real-life jesters who unwittingly entertain us with their hilarious antics. Progress doesn't wait for the intellectually challenged. It marches on, leaving these self-proclaimed guardians of ignorance in its dust. Missed opportunities. Complacent people may overlook opportunities for growth, learning, and success because they are content with the status quo. This can result in missed opportunities that could have helped them achieve their goals. Complacent people are like those folks who go to an all-you-can-eat buffet and only stick to the salad bar. They're content with nibbling on iceberg lettuce while missing out on the juicy steaks, the succulent soft-serve ice cream, and all the delicious opportunities for growth and success. It's like watching a baseball game where the catcher keeps missing those fastballs. You can almost hear the crowd gasping as the ball whizzes by, and there's the batter, standing there, scratching his head, wondering if he should have gone for it. It's a swing and a miss, my friends, and a missed opportunity is just like that. You know, missed opportunities are like those trains that leave the station right when you get there. You can run after them, waving your arms, but they're long gone, and you're stuck there on the platform, feeling like a fool. It's like watching your dreams fade away into the distance, while you're left with nothing but regret and a ticket for the wrong train. Remember that old saying, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take? Well, if you're not taking those shots, you might as well be sitting on the bench, twiddling your thumbs. You'll never know if you could have hit that buzzer beater, aced that job interview, or snagged that promotion. It's like being at a carnival and passing up all the fun rides like the Vomitron 3000. Reduced creativity. Complacency can stifle creativity and innovation because people may feel that they do not need to come up with new ideas or approaches. This can lead to a lack of innovation and competitiveness in various fields. Now, some people might think that creativity is just a bunch of artsy-fartsy nonsense. But let me tell you something, it's actually a crucial part of our society. Without creativity, we'd be stuck in the same old boring routines day after day. Creativity is what drives innovation. It's what leads to new ideas and new ways of thinking. And let me tell you, we need that now more than ever. I mean, look around you. The world is changing at a breakneck pace. We're facing new challenges every day, from climate change to technological disruption. And if we want to keep up, we need to be creative. We need to be able to think outside the box to come up with new solutions to these problems. And let me tell you, there's some creative people out there. We have the professional bed tester. Yes, you heard that right. These brave souls spend their days reclining on mattresses, diligently assessing their comfort, support, and dream potential. But it's not all fun and games. Imagine you're lying on a bed that seems to have been crafted by an evil scientist, hell-bent on extracting every ounce of comfort from your weary bones like a sadistic game of bed of nails. Let's explore the profession of pet food taster. These souls sample pet foods of all kinds, from kibble to canned delights, ensuring that our beloved four-legged friends receive meals that meet the highest standards of flavor and nutrition. Imagine opening a can of dog food to be greeted by a putrid odor from the concoction of mystery meats, awful and unmentionable bits and pieces. If you ever find yourself face to face with a can of dog food that appears more like a science experiment gone wrong, remember the difficult lives of professional pet food tasters. So don't let anyone tell you that creativity is just a bunch of hippy-dippy nonsense. It's a vital part of our society, and we need it now more than ever. So get out there and start thinking creatively, folks. Risk of failure. Complacent people may be less prepared to handle unexpected challenges or changes, making them more vulnerable to failure. They may also be less willing to take risks that could lead to success because they are comfortable with the current situation. Failure, oh failure, you elusive temptress, you bring us to our knees with your cruel and capricious ways. Like a cat playing with a mouse, you toy with our hopes and dreams, and just when we think we've got you beat, you pounce and leave us gasping for air. But let's be honest, failure is the best teacher we'll ever have. It forces us to confront our shortcomings, to acknowledge our mistakes, and to learn from them. Without failure, we'd be like a ship lost at sea, drifting aimlessly with no sense of direction. Sure, failure can be painful. It can knock us down and make us feel like we'll never get back up. But the beauty of failure is that it's not the end. It's just a bump in the road, a detour on the path to greatness. You know failure, it's like when you're rushing out the door in the morning, late for work, trying to juggle a cup of caramel mocha frappuccino, your keys, and a cinnamon raisin bagel. It's a delicate ballet of caffeine and carbs. But inevitably, you end up performing the classic coffee spill and bagel launch routine. Suddenly, your freshly brewed java is all over your silk brioni button-down, and your once-beloved bagel is soaring through the air, leaving a trail of cream cheese in its wake. Bravo, my friend, bravo! So don't fear failure, embrace it, use it as a stepping stone to something better, something bigger, something more extraordinary than you ever thought possible. And who knows, maybe one day you'll look back on your failures and realize they were the best thing that ever happened to you. Poor performance. Complacency can lead to a decrease in motivation and effort, resulting in poor performance in various areas of life, such as work, school, or personal relationships. Well, let me tell you, folks, why poor performance sucks. It's not rocket science, it's common sense. I mean, have you looked around lately? People are more self-absorbed than a black hole. They're so obsessed with themselves that they forget there's a whole world out there. You know what really grinds my gears? The lack of common courtesy. It's like people have forgotten how to say please and thank you. They cut in line, they talk on their phones in movie theaters, and they leave their shopping carts in the middle of the parking lot. I mean, come on, people. Have a little respect for your fellow man. And don't even get me started on the entitlement. Everyone thinks they're owed something these days. They want everything handed to them on a silver platter without putting in any effort. They want success without working hard, they want respect without earning it, and they want love without putting in the time and effort to build a real relationship. But you know what the real problem is? People just don't care. You know, I used to think people were capable of basic decency and common sense. But now, it seems like they've traded that in for a one-way ticket to Sexville. I mean, let's talk about their sense of entitlement. They think the world owes them something just because they exist. They walk around with this attitude of, I deserve everything and I shouldn't have to work for it. Well, newsflash, pal, life doesn't work that way. You want something? Earn it. I have to wonder, what the hell is so important that people can't wait until they park their car to talk on their phone? Is it a matter of life and death? Did your stockbroker call to inform you that you're now a billionaire? These phone addicts think they're NASCAR drivers, weaving in and out of traffic like they're in some kind of high-speed police chase. So, why do people suck? It's simple, folks. They've forgotten how to be decent human beings. They've forgotten how to care about others and how to contribute to society. It's time for us to step up, take responsibility, and start being the change we want to see in the world. Decrease self-awareness. Complacent people may become unaware of their weaknesses and blind spots, leading to a lack of self-improvement and personal growth. You know, that little voice inside your head that tells you when you're being a knucklehead? Yeah, that's the one. Now, some people seem to be born with a pretty strong sense of self-awareness, while others, well, let's just say they could use a little help in that department. You know who I'm talking about. The folks who are always running their mouths, stepping on toes, and generally making a mess of things. Now, self-awareness is like having an internal GPS that guides you through the maze of life. It's the ability to take a step back, look in the mirror, and say, hey, buddy, you're not as smart as you think you are. It's about recognizing your own strengths and weaknesses, your quirks and idiosyncrasies. And let me tell you, folks, self-awareness is not easy. It takes a lot of work, a lot of introspection, and a willingness to admit when you're wrong. But the payoff? Well, let's just say that self-awareness can be a game changer. It can help you build better relationships, make better decisions, and lead a more fulfilling life. So if you're lacking in the self-awareness department, don't despair, folks. There's always room for improvement. Start paying attention to that little voice inside your head, unless it tells you to jump off a building or move to Cleveland, and listen to what it's trying to tell you. Reflect on your behavior and be honest with yourself about what you need to change. Self-awareness is a journey, not a destination. Life is one big cosmic joke. Loss of credibility. Complacent individuals or organizations can lose credibility in the eyes of others who may view them as lazy, unmotivated, or uncommitted. Lies are about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. They're like a bad to pay. You might think you're fooling people, but everyone can see right through it. And let's be honest, who wants to be known as a liar? It's like wearing a scarlet letter, except it's not just on your chest, it's on your reputation. When you lie, you lose credibility. People stop trusting you. And once that trust is gone, it's pretty darn hard to get it back. It's like trying to unring a bell, it just can't be done. So if you want to be taken seriously in this world, you better start telling the truth. And don't even get me started on social media. With all the fake news and propaganda flying around out there, it's like a minefield of misinformation. You gotta be extra careful when you're scrolling through your feed, because you never know what's legit and what's a bunch of baloney. Now, speaking of baloney aficionados, we can't forget about Mark Zuckerberg, the evil genius behind Facebook. This guy knows a thing or two about serving up a steaming pile of baloney to the masses. He's like the baloney baron of the digital age, slinging slices of misinformation faster than you can say privacy concerns. He's got the power to connect people, but he also knows how to stir the pot and keep us hooked on his social media circus of stupidity. And let's not leave out Twitter, the platform that's like the deli counter of baloney. It's where everyone's got an opinion, and they're not afraid to slice it up and serve it to you on a silver platter. With just 280 characters, you can witness a baloney battle of epic proportions. Elon Musk himself jumps into the fray, dishing out tweets like he's the mad scientist of processed meat. Both Facebook and Twitter are magnets for idiots. We've all seen those keyboard warriors who spread their baloney beliefs like there's no tomorrow. They're the clowns who fall for every conspiracy theory, share fake news, and make you question the intelligence of humanity. Remember this. Trust, but verify. From comfort to complacency. A historical exploration of society's contented souls. Kanye West, he is a highly influential rapper and producer, has faced accusations of complacency in his music and public persona, with some critics arguing that he has become more focused on his brand and controversies rather than pushing musical boundaries. Kanye West is widely recognized as one of the most innovative and successful musicians of his generation. He has released numerous critically acclaimed and commercially successful albums, including The College Dropout, 2004, and Late Registration, 2005. Kanye West has received numerous awards throughout his career, including 22 Grammy Awards, making him one of the most awarded artists in Grammy history. In addition to his music, Kanye West has made a significant impact in the fashion industry. He launched his own clothing line called Yeezy, which has gained global recognition and popularity. His fashion designs have been showcased in major fashion events, and he has collaborated with brands like Adidas on the Yeezy sneaker line. However, West would eventually lose more than $1.6 billion of his net worth in one day when he lost several business deals after making anti-Semitic comments. He proclaimed, "The money is not who I am, the people is who I am." Kanye could be the poster child of this book dedicated to stupidity, but our publisher was scared Kanye might do something like burn down the printing press or send us a pair of his fugly sneakers. Kanye West is known for his unfiltered and often controversial statements. He has made headlines for his impulsive and sometimes offensive remarks, which have sparked backlash from the public and media. His outspoken nature has led to public feuds with Pete Davidson and Taylor Swift, a young woman as pure as the driven snow with a face that screams, "I still believe in the tooth fairy." She's like a unicorn in a world of grumpy cats, blissfully unaware of the cynicism and skepticism that permeates our society. Kanye West's political affiliations and beliefs have also generated controversy. In recent years, he has expressed support for Donald Trump and conservative ideologies, which has been met with criticism, particularly from fans and the hip-hop community who view his alignment as contradictory to the genre's historical roots and social justice issues. I don't care who you vote for, but don't blindly support politicians whether they are Republican or Democrats. I mean, seriously, are we in some kind of cult here? It's like these people have taken a permanent vacation from critical thinking. I don't care if it's a donkey or an elephant on that campaign sign, blindly supporting any politician is about as smart as juggling chainsaws while wearing mittens. These folks will defend their chosen candidate to the death, even if that candidate is as crooked as a dog's hind leg. They're like human bobbleheads, nodding vigorously at every policy announcement as if they're auditioning for a role in a political praise choir. We've got a veritable smorgasbord of political shenanigans to discuss, from Hillary Clinton's email escapades to Donald Trump's never-ending drama. It's like a never-ending reality show, except the stakes are higher and the contestants are more interested in their own self-preservation than actually serving the people. Now, let's start with Hillary Clinton and those infamous emails. It's like she treated classified information like it was a casual conversation about the weather. Who needs proper security protocols when you can just hit send and hope for the best? It's as if she had a personal server in her bathroom, next to the extra rolls of toilet paper. I mean, talk about multitasking. But hold on a second, because we can't forget about Donald Trump and his legendary Twitter tirades. It's like he turned social media into his own personal playground, where he could insult his enemies and praise himself all in one fell swoop. Let's remember the twice-impeached president that sports a Cheetos spray tan, a toupee that looks like a dead possum, and a desire to grab a woman by the talcus has a powerful hold over many people in this country. But here's the kicker, my friends. We, the people, are the ones left holding the bag. While these politicians play their games of power and deceit, we're the ones paying the price. It's like they're playing a never-ending game of Monopoly, with us as the lowly tokens, constantly passing go and collecting nothing but broken promises. So let's not fall for the smoke and mirrors, the empty rhetoric, and the never-ending circus that is our political system. It's time to demand better, to hold these politicians accountable, and to use our votes as the ultimate weapon of change. Lindsay Lohan. She was once a promising young actress, faced accusations of complacency in her personal life and career due to various legal issues and struggles with substance abuse. Lohan rose to prominence in the late 1990s and early 2000s through her roles in successful films such as The Parent Trap, 1998, Freaky Friday, 2003, and Mean Girls, 2004. She demonstrated her versatility as an actress by portraying a range of characters in both comedic and dramatic roles. Throughout her career, Lohan has participated in charitable activities. She has supported organizations such as Save the Children, World AIDS Day, and the American Red Cross. Lohan's accomplishments have been overshadowed by her well-documented personal struggles, including issues with substance abuse and legal problems. Lohan's personal life has been under constant scrutiny by the media, with paparazzi and tabloids closely following her every move. Lohan has had well-publicized battles with substance abuse, including struggles with alcohol and drugs. Lohan has been involved in various legal issues over the years. She has faced charges related to DUI, probation violations, and theft. It's easy to criticize Lohan for her string of mistakes, but making fun of someone with substance abuse issues who has tried to clean up fails to recognize that addiction is a complex health issue that requires support, compassion. It takes zero effort to mock someone's appearance, background, or insecurities, but it also reveals a complete lack of originality on the part of the comedian. Congratulations, you've mastered the art of being unoriginal and uninspiring. I'm looking at you, Don Rickles. Actually, Mr. Rickles was a freaking genius. Rickles was renowned for his unique style of insult comedy, often referred to as Mr. Warmth. He had an unparalleled ability to poke fun at people in a way that was both hilarious and endearing. His insults were sharp, but they were delivered with charm and affection, allowing him to build a rapport with his audience. Can you see what I'm doing here? While Rickles was known for dishing out insults, he was also adept at self-deprecating humor. He didn't hesitate to make fun of himself, and this vulnerability endeared him to his audience. Self-criticism is the fuel that drives personal growth and improvement. It's the mirror that reflects our flaws, shortcomings, and areas in need of refinement. When I was in high school, I got a summer job working for a pest control company. Have you ever tried to catch a rat? They can infiltrate your house like a stealthy spy and feast on your precious Swiss cheese like it's their birthright. Meanwhile, we humans struggle with basic tasks like parallel parking or remembering where we left our car keys. My short-lived job as a rat catcher was exciting. Imagine strapping on your flannel onesie and diving headfirst into the filth-infested underworld to face off with those beady-eyed critters. It's like a horror movie meets a slumber party gone wrong. It was a sewer safari, folks, and me, the intrepid explorer with a mission to rid the world of those furry menaces. It's a strange blend of Alice in Wonderland meets Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm not sure if I should be horrified or entertained. Pajamas, my friends, the ultimate in comfort wear, serving as our armor against the rodent hordes. It's like we're battling rats while showcasing our impeccable taste in sleepwear. Who needs tactical gear when you can conquer the underground in your bunny slippers? But seriously, folks, hunting rats in the sewer is not for the faint of heart. It's like a twisted version of Where's Waldo? Except Waldo has fangs, a knack for hiding in the most inconvenient places, and a creepy desire to take over the world. We're talking about facing off with nature's escape artists, the Houdinis of the rodent realm. That summer job was a bizarre rite of passage, a test of my mettle and determination. It was a chance to prove that I wasn't afraid to get down and dirty in the name of rodent eradication. I may have looked like an escaped mental patient on a nocturnal adventure, but deep down, I was a warrior fighting for a rat-free existence. These creatures have mastered the art of procreation like nobody's business. They can pop out more offspring than a reality TV show star on a dating spree. It takes cunning, patience, and a little bit of self-reflection to outsmart them. And that's exactly what self-criticism is all about. It's about shining a light on our own blind spots, tracking down those sneaky habits, and exterminating them once and for all. Linus Pauling, a Nobel laureate chemist who faced criticism for his strong advocacy of high-dose vitamin C as a treatment for various diseases, despite limited scientific evidence supporting its efficacy. Some perceived this as a form of complacency, as he seemed resistant to updating his views based on new research. Linus Pauling, born on February 28, 1901, in Portlandia, Oregon, was a renowned American scientist and one of the most influential figures in 20th century chemistry and molecular biology. Pauling is the only individual to have been awarded 2 unshared Nobel Prizes. In 1954, he received the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his research on the nature of chemical bonds and the structure of molecules. In 1962, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his activism against nuclear weapons testing. Pauling was a dedicated advocate for peace and disarmament. He actively campaigned against nuclear weapons and was involved in numerous initiatives to promote international cooperation and peaceful resolutions to conflicts. But he was probably most well known for playing a significant role in popularizing the potential health benefits of vitamin C. Pauling advocated for the use of high doses of vitamin C for preventing and treating various diseases, including the common cold and cancer. He suggested that megadoses of vitamin C could provide significant health benefits beyond the recommended daily intake. However, subsequent studies have yielded mixed results, and the efficacy of high-dose vitamin C in treating or preventing diseases remains a topic of debate. Taking vitamins is like playing a game of nutritional roulette. You're popping those pills, hoping for a jackpot of vitality, but are you really hitting the jackpot or just flushing your money down the toilet? When it comes to these vitamin supplements, it's like we've turned into a society of pill-popping hypochondriacs. We're swallowing more vitamins than a circus seal swallows fish, all in the hopes of achieving that elusive state of perfect health. You don't need to rely on some glorified tic-tac to keep you healthy. And let's not forget the vitamin industry itself. They've turned popping pills into a multi-billion-dollar business. It's like they've created this parallel universe where the answer to all our problems lies in a little capsule. Diarrhea got you running for the bathroom? Squiggle Stop will bring peace to your tummy and restore order to your intestinal chaos. No more frantic sprints to the restroom, just smooth sailing ahead. Caution: excessive use may result in sporadic wiggling and an affinity for dance floors. So, my friends, let's take a step back from the vitamin madness. Let's put down the bottles and embrace the beauty of a well-rounded, nutritious diet. Let's get back to basics and let our bodies do what they do best, extracting the good stuff from real food, not relying on a pill-popping frenzy to keep us healthy. Although I'm still praying, they invent a vaccine for stupidity. Mariah Carey. During the mid-2000s, Mariah Carey faced criticism for what some perceived as complacency in her music career, with a decline in the quality and success of her releases. She has made significant contributions to the music industry throughout her career, which spans several decades. Carey holds the record for the most #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, with a total of 19 songs reaching the top spot. This achievement surpasses the previous record set by Elvis Presley. Mariah Carey is renowned for her incredible vocal range and ability to hit high notes with precision and clarity. Her 5-octave vocal range is considered exceptional, and she is recognized as one of the greatest vocalists of all time. Mariah Carey has received numerous awards and accolades throughout her career, including 5 Grammy Awards. There are several reasons a singer might be considered complacent. If a singer consistently releases music that sounds very similar without showing any willingness to explore new genres, experiment with different sounds, or evolve their style, they may be seen as complacent. Singers who consistently deliver superficial or formulaic lyrics without delving deeper into personal experiences or addressing meaningful subjects may be seen as complacent. This perception arises when artists rely on repetitive themes or generic content rather than using their platform to express themselves authentically or make a social or emotional impact through their music. I'm looking at you, Vanilla Ice. Additionally, artists may face different phases in their careers, and what may appear as complacency at one point could be a strategic decision or a temporary creative direction. We've all lost direction at some point in our lives. I got lost in Omaha once. I'm cruising along feeling like I've got it all figured out, when suddenly I take a wrong turn, and next thing I know, I'm knee-deep in longhorn cattle and tractors. Now, Omaha, bless its heart, is a fine place, but let me tell ya, it's a far cry from where I intended to be. I had dreams of grandeur, dreams of bustling cities and bright lights, but here I am surrounded by fields and tornadoes threatening to whisk me away to the land of Oz. Let's talk about Omaha and its unique aroma. Now, I gotta be honest with you, it's like a nasal assault out there. The air in Omaha carries a distinctive fragrance that can only be described as a symphony of cow crap. I mean, you take a stroll through the streets of Omaha, and it's like you're participating in an avant-garde olfactory experiment. It's a potpourri of pungency, a cacophony of cow dung. Let's just say Omaha has taken the concept of farm to table to a whole new level. It's more like farm to nostril, if you catch my drift. So hold your breath if you must, but don't let a little cow crap aroma deter you from experiencing all the other wonderful things this city has to offer, such as lawnmower racing, trailer park barbecue cook-offs, monster truck tailgating, and DIY mobile home repairs. Omaha is a place where the spirit of the heartland thrives, cow crap and all. Johnny Depp. He is known for his talent and versatility as an actor, has faced accusations of complacency in recent years, with some critics suggesting that he has become overly reliant on certain character types. Depp's acting prowess has been recognized with numerous awards and nominations. He has been nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Actor for his iconic role as Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean series. Depp is known for his ability to transform into diverse characters. He has played memorable roles in various genres, including drama, comedy, fantasy, and crime. Some of his notable performances include Edward Scissorhands, Willy Wonka, and the Mad Hatter. Depp's involvement in various franchises has contributed to his box office success. The Pirates of the Caribbean series, in which he portrayed Captain Jack Sparrow, has grossed over $4.5 billion worldwide. Depp has shown a dedication to philanthropic endeavors and social causes. He has supported organizations like the Children's Hospital Los Angeles and the Great Ormond Street Hospital in London. Depp is talented, but has he become complacent? Firstly, it's important to consider that actors, like any creative individuals, may go through different phases in their careers. After years of diverse and challenging roles, Depp acted in several Pirates of the Caribbean movies. This can result in a perception of repetitiveness or a lack of ambition, but it doesn't necessarily imply complacency. Throughout his career, Depp has demonstrated a penchant for portraying complex, offbeat characters, which has undoubtedly influenced public perception. But the same could be said of Charles Manson. Is Depp complacent or just weird? You see, being weird means breaking free from the suffocating chains of conformity. It means saying, hey, society, I refuse to be boxed in by your mundane expectations. It's about unleashing your quirks, your idiosyncrasies, and strutting down the street like a proud peacock in a world of plain old pigeons. Being weird is like having your own secret superpower. You can turn an ordinary trip to the grocery store into a one-man comedy show. Who needs a shopping cart when you can ride down the aisles on a unicycle, juggling cans of soup? It's like being the star of your own sitcom, where the laugh track follows you wherever you go. Picture this. You're strolling into work, ready to tackle another day of janitorial duties. But wait, what's that? It's not just any ordinary day, my friends. It's Easter, and you, in all your janitorial glory, are sporting a fluffy, white Easter bunny outfit. The floors gleam brighter, the windows sparkle like 1,000 diamonds, and the toilets. Well, let's not go there. As you saunter down the hallways with a mop in one paw and a dustpan in the other, you can practically hear the whispers of confusion and laughter echoing behind you. Coworkers stop dead in their tracks, jaws dropping to the floor, as they try to process the sight before them. The janitor has transformed into a cotton-tailed cleaning superhero. And to those who encounter a janitor in a bunny suit, remember to smile, appreciate the absurdity, and maybe, just maybe, leave a carrot or two as a token of appreciation.